the ace is like, you know, it's a bringer. Like, this is the cloud of, like, basically chance and just, like, God. And you have this thing that's just, it's being offered to you very plainly as, like, something, not even plainly, like, you recognize it, and that's what makes it so great, as in, it's, like, a thing that's kind of, like, especially with, like, as an ace, it's more of a, like with pentacles, like, with every, there's, you know, this is the earth one, so it's, like, representative of, like, the qualities of earth being very available to you right now, and you being open to, like, harnessing that energy. So as an ace, it, like, it's like a new opportunity that's arisen, kind of. Something that's kind of, like, stable, but it's also, like, a seed. So, like, earth is, like, it's, like, the ace is, like, you put something in the ground, but you have the patience and, like, whatever to, like, allow it to grow and become its own thing. You don't try and, like, force it, you know?
Okay.
This is like, what was I gonna say? This is, like, me trying to decide, like, what is the best way of growing, essentially. Because, like, soft structure was, like, I came up with. So I was like, I don't want to be, like, growing to the point where...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, growing to the point where this is, like, just overgrowing. Like mint, you know, in a garden. But I also don't want to be so sheltered, you know? And then just thinking about, like, what is the best, like, way of, like, becoming and growth. Because, like, sometimes, like, developing countries and, like, developed countries, like, we're always focused on this idea of, like, constantly reaching. But, like, at what point do we just rest? And at what point do we even, like, retrogress on purpose, you know? Especially, like, environmentally, so.
So, like, at the end level, we have real person. When we see, like, a real person, we're like, it's just a real person, you know? You don't even think about it. But, like, if someone is, like an android pretending to be a person, like, that supposedly evokes, like, a sense of, like, some kind of security being breached, kind of, you know?
Impersonating.
Yeah, and so I feel like a mirror is uncanny because you see that which is you, your reflection, but it is also not you because it can't be you because you're
you.
And so the mirror dimension, like, reflections are uncanny, which is why I feel like some people are afraid of mirrors.
I'm thinking of one of my healer friends. I can't remember what they're called, but they're like these eggs that you can, like, put inside of you to, like, cleanse your energy or whatever. And meditation is an action, non-action that's also, like, very erotic.
I feel like
In that it's in tune with the self and the deeper self, like Audre Lorde's conception of the erotic, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what meditation is.
Yeah, like, the erotic as the aesthetic.
Yeah. Well...
as sensory, like, encounters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in some senses, yes.
And, like, something motivated by desire. Do you think, like, what is, like, a sex drive? Like, what is... Do you believe in, like, an instinct?
I wasn't really trying to think about the concept because I didn't want that to distract me from trying to get the essence of the person I was creating. But I also found that as I was creating it, there was a certain telepathy that happens with the paint where, you know, the more you try to make it look like someone, the more it looks like how you think the person looks and not how they actually look. And so I was finding I had kind of more of a caricature of this person that was like a projection of how I felt about him sitting there again and at him again.
That's like a halo.
Every time people look at this, they say it's a halo.
Wow.
Which I like. This used to be the top of his head, but I had to cut it down.
Oh,
and
got
so
it
it's kind of like
improvise.
his ghost a little bit, presiding
You're
behind
right, it's
him.
like his body moving down, like in space, like it's tracking that trajectory.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's a movement of time, but also it seems like since he was sitting so still for this, it's like time is moving around him, but he himself isn't really allowed to.
It's literally like material layers.
Yeah, like I wonder if, like, I imagine like a pair of sisters lived in here or something. And
seemed more sedate than I remembered it, more perpendicular and straight-laced, with narrower windows and shinier woodwork, as though a coat of varnish had been put over everything for better preservation. But of course, 15 years before there had been a war going on. Perhaps the school wasn't as well kept up in those days. Perhaps varnish, along with everything else, had gone to war. I didn't entirely like this glossy new surface, because it made the school look like a museum, and that's exactly what it was to me, and what I did not want it to be. In the deep, tacit way in which feeling becomes stronger than thought, I had always felt that the Devon School came into existence the day I entered it, was vibrantly real while I was a student there, and then blinked out like a candle the day I left.
And all the roads that lead you there were winding, and all the lights that lead the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you wonder
Kato, I love you. I love you.
I love you too.
Oh my god.